conversation with Lou the other day and told him I want to do this, and he said, "Yeah, do it." So if you're seeing this on his site, that means that I got this Lou seal of approval. Anyway, so here's the spec for this amp. So this amp is unlike most Princeton Reverbs. It has a few features, and I've played around, discovered them, I love them, and I wanted to just, so if you buy one of these, I wanted to just give you a quick rundown of these things. So there's obviously the typical foot switch for the tremolo and the reverb. Now what I did is I put a sticker so that when we're on a dark stage you know which is which. Now something that you should know about this. So these amps we put in mid range EQ, and it does a number of things. So when this thing is off, that's when this amp is the cleanest. Switch up, there's a switch in the back, a bias switch. Put that up, roll that off, set to your preferred sound. You get a real bright sound out of this thing. And you can kind of roll the highs off. Get that nice Fender scoop sound, which is pretty cool. It's not super 3D, but it's just nice. Now, as you add mids, it kind of brings some of that. You just keep bringing it in. It's pretty much pegged. Now, if you roll the highs off, difference is just that if you're running at less power, you want to keep it longer. You want to go into that input. But generally, I'm into this one. If you really crank the amp up, it breaks up. But there are plenty of videos out there for that. And I'm also not really too excited about running pedals through this setup because there's tons of videos where they're using dirt and these sound fantastic for overdrive. This amp sounds fantastic with a pedal in front of it. So I need not say that. I know there's a lot of options out there for hand-wired tube amps, but you know, once again, the cost of the real thing is up there. And if you look at like Louis Shelton for the record crew, when he had a Princeton in the 60s and played on all his hit records, but he modded his amp. He put a mid switch on it, and he put all kinds of stuff on there. So I don't think it's sacrilegious necessarily to mod these old amp sounds. So what I found is in the back of this amp, there's a little switch right back in here, and this little guy, what it does is it kind of, I'm not sure exactly what it does. It gives it more sag. And it's a nice thing because if you want it more tight, keep it up. You want it more saggy, push it down. I know there's some technical language on what that is, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, this, if you want to change out the 6v6 stuff, you'd roll this guy over to the other input, which is here. One on and off switch, no standby. And inside this, it's not a jack, it's an actual little pot that adjusts the bias. And you know, it has the old-fashioned RCA inputs for the trend and reverb, which I zip tied it. It didn't come zip tied, but I didn't really want the thing breaking loose on me. Now with the EQ, this took me a little while to figure out, so I want to show it. So this has a mid EQ. And it's actually very, very useful and makes a big difference. So if I used to run this thing between 5 and 7. If I roll it off, but you can bring those mids in. And you get pretty much your traditional Princeton type sound. But as you add mid, very warm sounds out of this thing. If you crank up the mids, and roll all the highs off, you can get kind of a tweed sound. Options, and then if you roll this guy's switch down, it makes it more saggy. Now there's a little bit of hair when you're playing the big chords down lower, especially as you have the mids cranked up. And you can kind of dial that into taste. It's kind of hard to explain, but depending on the guitar you're playing, you can really get some nice tones. I've used this in live with this guitar, with a G&L set, Telecaster, and I've used other tellies through it. And I'll tell you, the amp's pretty awesome. I've been using a Car Rambler for years, like 25 plus. And that was kind of my go-to, but this is becoming a secondary go-to. They're very different amps. I'm going to probably one day do a review on the two amps. But this is a lot less 3D. It's a lot more vintage sounding. But, you know, it's obviously, you know, it's not a purist. I mean, there's like, I know there's the Headstrong amps that are pure, like, if you watch Ask Zach, I think is the name of the show, he does a review on them. They're cool. Could have bought one, but I opted for this because I really wanted that mid-range adjustment, and I love the idea of putting bigger tubes in it. So for me, if it doesn't sound great clean, it's not super useful as a guy who does session work. So I need something that really nails the clean sound, and then you add good. It could be anything at that point. I mean, it could be a Mexican $100 guitar. It all sound great with good. But as far as some good tone under the fingers, these are a winner. So anyway, happy hunting. Have a good day.